Hello children, this is Vijay here. I welcome you all back. Do you all remember what did we handle in the last session? Yes, of course. It was the poem Wind, written by Subramaniya Bharati in Tamil and translated into English by A.K. Ramanujan. So what was the main theme of the poem? The main theme is nothing but one must be strong to face any challenge in the life. Whatever the word strong we are using it, that is nothing but to be strong mentally and physically always. Why do we need to be strong? Because there are many challenges we face in our life, day-to-day life in fact. But if one is not strong, always the strong category of the people would try to suppress us, and we always be the inferiors and suppressors only. We can never command others, and we always need to nod our face like slaves. So before we get into the poem, shall we go with a quick recap of the poem? Yes, I shall just read it once, then I'll quickly give you the recapitulation. So the poet is talking to the wind, addressing him as Wind. Wind, come softly. Don't break the shutters of the windows. Don't scatter the papers. Don't throw down the books on the shelf. There, look what you did. You threw them all down. You tore the pages of the books. You brought rain again. You are very clever at poking fun at weaklings. This is where I ended up the other day. So here the poet is talking, like we need to imagine and we need to visualize that as if the poet is able to see the wind directly and he is able to speak to the wind directly. He's calling wind saying, hey wind, please come softly because I don't want any damage in my house. So please don't break my shutters of the windows. Don't scatter all my papers here and there. And don't please put all my books down from my bookshelf. So meanwhile, as he was going on requesting, he was appealing, he was putting his submission in front of the wind. Could he listen? Could the wind listen? No. What did the wind do? Wind did what it wanted. So by the time he was telling all that, all the damage had happened. His window shutters were broken and all his papers were scattered here and there, and also the books from the bookshelf also have been fallen down, and the pages of the books also have been torn. Then what does he say? Hey wind, you are so clever. I know why are you doing all these things. You know that I can't face you. I can't stop you. So as you know that I am weak in this element, you are trying to suppress me. You know that I am helpless, so you are trying to overtake me. So poet is admitting that as I cannot face you and I cannot even challenge you, you are trying to suppress me. So therein the theme is nothing but again, one must be strong to face the challenges. Is everybody clear, children? Shall we move ahead? So page number 30. Please open your ebooks and also have a pencil always as how I use it. Please point out at each and every word of the poem. Page number 30. We'll continue. You are very clever at poking fun at weaklings. You are making fun of me as you know that I am helpless. Frail, crumbling houses. So he is listing out what are all the things which are being damaged by the wind usually. Whenever the wind blows, you know what is the damage usually seen around. He is describing here. The poet is describing. He is listing down all the things where you see the damage. First one. Frail, crumbling houses. Frail is nothing but, children, very weak. Very weak, and you know, falling houses, like they fall down. Whenever you see there is a big cyclone taking place, and after the cyclone, post-cyclonic effect we call it usually, you know, you will really be into tears once you have a glance at the damage what is done. All the houses will be distracted, all the houses will be spoiled completely. So he says that due to the wind, you know, all the weak falling houses are damaged. All the falling doors are also broken, and even doors are detached. And crumbling rafters, beams, you know, like where you see like small house, like kacha house, pakka house, you have learnt in your primary classes, right? So where you see the kacha houses, they usually take the help of ordinary like wooden beams. They take help of to let the hut to be like have its own shape. So if wind blows very strongly, even those beams also are taken away, even they will be moved. So that's how the hut is completely spoiled. Then crumbling wood also, then anything is nothing in front of the wind, right children, because it has a lot of force and energy. So even you will spoil the trees also. Then crumbling bodies in the sense human bodies or even animals also. If at all you are not strong enough very physically, if the wind blows, you will also even blow along with that. Then crumbling life. So ultimately it is very destructive when you see the loss of lives also. So wind can be that destructive where you can notice even the lives also are lost. So people even die. So the list like how destructive is wind, if at all you see a question, you will need to list down all. Houses are spoiled, doors are broken, doors are taken away. Then racks, the beams, with the support of beams only the house is constructed. Pillars we call if it is a construction of cement structure. The same thing if it is made up of wood, then it is called rafts, So even rafters also are broken, taken away. Then even trees are taken away by you, they are uprooted by you. And also bodies, any of the bodies like living bodies. It can be human beings, it can be animals, birds, any of the creatures of the earth, you will take them away and finally you will end up taking their lives. So this destructive wind can be. So this wind is compared with what children? What did I tell you the other day and even while I was recapitulating? Yes, it was nothing but suppressors, even suppressors, the people who want to suppress you, who want to always dominate you, who want to always command you saying that you are unfit, you can't do it, you are fit to do only that, but you can't reach me. So those kind of people are this harm, how the wind is. So this sort of destruction is done by the wind. Let's move further. Then crumbling hearts, he in fact ends up saying that once the human life is gone, human life is lost children, of course yes, the beloved ones, the survivors of the lost will definitely have crumbling hearts, broken hearts. They can't tolerate this loss anymore. So they will definitely be losing the hopes of living further also. So he says that you will end up your destruction by taking the human lives and also ending up with what? Falling hearts. The wind god winnows and crushes them all. The wind god. So now you see children, usually all the English poems, they take the foundation of biblical philosophy. Biblic is nothing but they do believe like in Bible, because most of the philosophy is of Christianity only. So here they call it as wind god, and even we call it as wind god what? Vayudeva. Even we call it as Vayudeva, right children? So he says that one must praise to let him not to distract and let him not to distract the things. So once we shall try to make good friendship with the wind. So we shall call him as God, wind god, winnows and crushes them all. See children, there is a picture here in the next page. You all can see two ladies holding some wheat or some grains in their hand. Can you all see this picture? Yes. Winnows, there is a word is used, right children? So please underline the word winnows. Winnows is nothing but sometimes like if at all it is a wheat or rice or something, if you had observed your like grannies at home in the villages or your moms at home also, there is some like granules of dusted particles or something you will usually see in the grains and rice here and there. Then what do you like see there? What does your mama do? She would put the rice in the plate and she would try to like filter it away by moving up and down. This is called winnowing, and she says she blows the air with her mouth to take away the dust particles aside. Usually in everybody's house you will usually see this scene. So here it is so beautifully the poet is trying to compare, how the women household works, like when they undertake household works, how the women use this winnowing act. Even you are using it, but it is damaging the people's life. So please do not do it. He's talking to the god, saying that the wind god winnows and crushes them all. As you are winnowing and you are enjoying, but it is causing a lot of distraction to the human life. It is crushing them all. It is distracting everything. It is causing a lot of distraction. He won't do what you tell him. So he says, now poet is concluding, now I understood about the wind. Wind is not a predictable thing. He won't do what we tell. Whatever he wants to do it, he would do it. He would not listen to anybody. See children, there is a word he is used here. He won't do what you tell him. Who is he referring to here in this line? He is to the wind god, because they mentioned wind as god, right? So wind is called as he. So this kind of usage is called as personification, as another poetic device. As I told you about anaphora, don't, the word is being repeatedly used in all the 3 lines continuously in an imperative way. Here it is been used, he, the word which you can see it, which has been used for wind. So whenever you see the non-living being called with he or she as giving the quality of a human being, that is called as a personification. So they say that wind will not listen to anybody and wind would do what it would like to do it. So come, let's build strong homes. Now he says that, fine, now we understood what is wind and what is he going to do it. Whatever you appeal him, whatever you submit him, whatever you plead him, he is not going to listen to you. He does what he wants to do it. Because the first stanza we have already understood. Now he pleaded so much, our poet. Did the wind listen to the poet? No. Whatever the damage he had to cause, he caused it. So now what to be done? How to face the wind? Therein he is giving the techniques. Therein he is showing us the path. The poet is telling us, so come, let's build strong homes. So he says that now no more kacha houses. We all need to have pakka houses. So now let us all convert our houses into concrete structures, having cement structures. So now let us protect our own lives by having the pakka, like very constructive concrete structures we should have for our homes. Let us join the doors firmly. Even doors also, they should be very firmly made, not very light like feathers if the wind is blowing and they are completely damaged. Practice to form the body. So he says that even human beings also, they need to maintain their physics to be strong. Sometimes, children, when we speak colloquially, when you see a boy or a girl being so thin and lean, you say that, hey, my dear, if the wind blows a little harder, you will also fly away, and you keep laughing at them. It usually happens. It might have been happened with you as well, right? So usually we say that. Yes, that is very true. And he says that, come on, practice to firm your body. So build up your body. You make your physics strong. Make the heart steadfast. So he says that it's not only about your body. You must be strong mentally as well. Your mind also. Steadfast is nothing but very firm, unwavering. Like it shouldn't be unstable. It should be stable. It should not be like whatever others say, you will easily be influenced and you will listen to them. And somebody else, they would suggest you something. Immediately you will go to them. That is called wavering nature. Fickle-mindedness. But here he is suggesting us to be firm. That whatever the decision I take it, I am right. Do you all remember, children? When I was dealing with the road not taken, I was just telling you the same thing. The poet is conveying the same thing to us therein, right? Whatever the decision you take it, just make the right and wise decision. Once the decision taken, don't think any more about the decision taken. So here he says that one must be strong, not only physically but also mentally. Do this and the wind will be friends with us. When you become strong mentally and physically, automatically you will see the wind to be friendly with you. What is wind here again, children? It is not physically the wind which blows. Wind is is being compared with the oppressors, the ones who are trying to suppress us, the superiors, you know. So here they say that if at all you are looking so strong to your opponent, he would automatically start treating you as equal as him. So the wind blows out weak fires. So see children, for example, you light a candle and if you just blow the air very softly, oof, if you say also like birthday candles, how do you do it? And automatically, you know, it weak the fires. But he makes strong fire roar and flourish. If at all you see the forest during summers, you know children, if it catches the fire and if the wind starts blowing, it even increases much more the fire there. So if you are strong, nothing can be done by your opponent, though whatever you feel. Understood children? It cannot even stop the fire, the wind, and moreover it ignites much more fire into the fire adding on. His friendship is good. Whose friendship children? His again personification, wind's friendship, in the sense, don't fight and argue with your oppressors, but try to be friendly with them, to have an amicable environment, to have a comfortable and convenient environment around. Don't argue, don't fight, don't quarrel, just be friendly with them. And we praise him every day. And what happened finally? You will praise him every day. Who is him here? The wind. What is wind is being compared always throughout the poem with your oppressor. So there is no suppressor and oppressor. You need to try to be equal with the oppressor also. Then you will find everything comfortable and convenient. So just indirectly in his own beautiful way, Subramanya Bharati tried to convey the message that in our life we shall definitely face the people who are so-called oppressors, who would try to suppress us. They keep commanding us, they keep trying to dominating us. So to face them, what are the techniques he had given you children? Think steadily and just be very firm. Be strong mentally and physically as well to face them. Then everything is fine. Your opponent, your oppressor also would understand that, even my opponent is equally strong as me, so I cannot harm him. So everything is friendly environment around you, you will find it. You are comfortable, opponent is comfortable, society is comfortable, everything is amicable. And you one fine day you are called as what? Amiable person. I hope everybody understood the sense of the poem children. Is everybody clear? So the main theme, the whole of this poem conveys us to be strong. That strength must be of physically and also mentally. Why do we need to be strong? To face the challenges. If we are not strong mentally and physically, what would happen? In the first lines of the poem, the whole of destruction what the poet had given us the description about. Shutters were broken, papers were scattered, pages of the books were torn, all the books were falling down. So the destruction, the scenes, all the things would happen in our life also. It's not scattering of the paper, scattering of our life, as we need to be submissive. We need to kneel down in front of somebody begging something. Why do we need to do that? Why can't you build strength in you? Then he says that, come on, let us face. So I believe all of you have understood the main theme, and hopefully all of you would definitely try to be strong mentally and physically as well. Then let's meet again in another session of 9th class English language and literature. This is Vijaya signing off. Goodbye children.